Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's say our praise and gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Salawat and salam to our great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who had guided and led us from dark into shining bright path. So let's we pray so that we can through this pandemic situation. Amin. To the honorable ladies and gentlemen and all the audience, on this occasion I will talk about culture. Then, what did you think if I talk about culture? You must say, boring. It will be not interesting. Well, maybe some listener will find it like that. But this time, I will explain something about culture that will wake your consciousness. Back then, when I listened to a speech about average culture diversity, they discussed the diversity of regional dance, traditional clothes, traditional instrument, regional song, etc. But no one discussed about special food that come from different region. If we talk about culture, there are so many culture in our country. Because our country is one of the rich country about culture. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as we know, Indonesia has many ethnies, and every ethnic has a different character. We can look at from traditional clothes, traditional weapon, traditional food, regional song, and traditional instrument. That is behind me is one of them, namely gamelan, and many more in every ethnicity. There are a few examples about culture different in Sundanese, Balinese, Javanese, and so on. But let's look at different character based on the food. Yep, we all know recently food has gone viral, even on social media, right? So let's focus on the different character of food of Sundanese, Javanese, and Balinese. For example, the famous Sundanese food, namely chicken bakakak, while food that is often found in Bali, namely satay lilit. And finally, the Javanese rawon food, or oftentimes Malay people call it Java soup. And satay, that is the most commonly people food in Java knows what is satay. The food I mentioned, of course, all delicious, but the difference in food of three areas is the distinctive its taste, where cuisine Sundanese is usually sour and mixed with a spicy taste. Also, Balinese, which often has a strong and fresh aroma and sometimes has a sweet taste. Meanwhile, Java is definitely spicy. Well, spicy flavor is one of the most favorite flavor of Javanese people. If you want to know more, beside the main food, there are traditional snacks. Don't forget that Indonesia has a variety of traditional snacks, such as Sundanese snack, namely serapi, and jajalaklak from Bali, that is like pancakes that come from Western. And the most commonly favorite traditional snacks, the spring rolls from Java. The three snacks that I mentioned earlier are very popular and have different characteristics in taste, shapes, and also how they are made. Besides what I mentioned, there are more such as klepon, bakwan, karapikang, that is like a flower which has a lot of colorful and lemper. Not all traditional food tastes less good than a modern food. Because of what? Because traditional snack is inspired and developed to modern food. Sometimes, some societies are reluctant and proud to eat or buy traditional snacks and say, is not look appetizing. I think it doesn't look delicious. No, even tourists acknowledge its delicious taste and delight to our traditional snacks. I'm proud of my cultural diversity. I love Indonesia because of what? Indonesia, which consists of Sabang to Merauke, which has a lot of variety culture. That is, one of culture is different to another culture. For example, as now I explain about the traditional food from different regions. Before I end my speech, I will read a quote by Messi Junardi that said, "Introducing and maintaining our culture is important so that humans can recognize and can be more appreciating." The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.